wrestling fans, John Roberts alongside Killer the J. Matthias, and welcome to Saturday morning's most exciting hour. It's All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. This week, Jody Kristofferson, Big Country, takes on the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher.
That's right, this is going to be power versus technique. Let's see if Jody can outsmart the smartest man in wrestling.
And in our main event, for the first time this year, the Universal Championship is on the line as Dylan Drake hopes to reclaim the gold against the current champion, the Boss, Derek Sanders. And of course, in his corner will be Will Rude.
That's right, two of the top boot camp graduates of the last 5 years going at it. And here we go.
Here we go, folks, starting right away. There's the bell. Big Country and the British Messiah already in the ring. The referee for this match, of course, is referee Toby Reynolds, and this match...
His name is Toby.
This match is shaping up to be one heck of a contest. You alluded to it earlier this week on YouTube when we talked about the match. It's a battle of power versus technique. The technical wizard in Timothy Thatcher. What does Big Country Jody Kristofferson need to watch out for in this match?
He's got to ground this guy, and the toughest thing about a technical master like Timothy Thatcher is you have to ground him without going to the ground with him. What I mean by that is Jody's got to beat this guy down. If you just go to the ground, you're going into his world. He wants to grapple with you. He wants to take you down. Jody's got to avoid that by just injuring this guy hard and fast.
Well, there we go. There's a collar and elbow tie, as we see Jody where some of that power shoves Thatcher all the way into that turnbuckle. And Thatcher, I think, just got a little taste of what he's got coming up for him here in this contest. And I don't know, maybe Jody might have drawn a little blood there. He keeps grabbing at the ear like he really got hurt. And these fans are all over Timothy Thatcher chanting USA.
Don't be fooled by Thatcher for a moment. He is a technical master, and when I say technical, I mean he's good at grappling, he's good at his groundwork, and he's good at psychological warfare. He may have just been trying to suck Jody in.
Well, he did a good job of it there, sucked him into the collar and elbow type, and then right away with the go behind. And Jody could be in a little bit of trouble here, a little chain wrestling to start things off here on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. And there's a drop toe hold from Big Country. Nice technical maneuver from a guy who's generally a bit of a brawler and a bit of a high-powered offense kind of guy.
I'm surprised and I'm proud of Jody for taking it here and trying to go here and grapple with this guy. But he probably just wants to maybe hurt those legs and then try to get a hands up by beating this guy down. But you see, there's Tim with another counter. This is not where Jody wants to be with Timothy Thatcher.
Well, a very unique counter. I don't really see anyone else in All Pro Wrestling doing push-ups to get out of a modified cloverleaf there. And that was a really smart thinking, really smart technical maneuver by the British Messiah.
You're going to see that a lot from Timothy Thatcher. That's what he wants. He wants a slow, methodical match where he can pick you apart piece by piece.
Now we'll see a little bit of a test of strength here in the center of the ring.
And you see right there with the cross arm bar from Timothy Thatcher, he was not going to try to take Jody's strength for strength. He wants to cripple him. He wants to take him down. Look at that. Takedown. This is right where Thatcher wants you. Jody's got to get out of here, otherwise he's going to be in a world of hurt.
Well, in amateur wrestling, that'd be 2 points for the takedown. Now Jody Kristofferson, who actually has a lot of experience in amateur wrestling, winning some contests out in Maui, Hawaii, and shows a little bit of his expertise there, rolling away to the bottom rope, popping the hips all the way over, and breaks the hold.
Jody's got a lot of experience, like you said, and, as a former high school
there's quick roll up.
So here we go, 1, 2, and he's out. But as a former high school and college wrestler myself, I can tell you there's a quantum leap from college to the pros, and Timothy Thatcher has that experience in the pro and may trump anything Jody's got from his past.
Well, Thatcher's going to escape out the back door and go outside for a minute, trying to get some separation for Big Country, maybe go over his game plan again here. Folks, we've got a capacity crowd here at the All Pro Wrestling Garage. Don't forget to log on to www.allprowrestling.com for all information about future TV tapings. You will not miss you don't want to miss any of this great action here in the All Pro Wrestling Garage.
That's right. If you missed any of our previous shows, go to youtube.com/allprowrestling and look at all the great shows from this and past seasons of APW.
Well, Jody Kristofferson again with that collar and elbow tie, shoving Thatcher into the corner, but Thatcher is able to roll along the ropes and put Big Country into the ropes, and instead of the clean break that we saw earlier in the match, there's a knee right to the gut. He's going to send him for the ride across the ring. Does so, Country with the up and over. Kristofferson, and nice big arm drag, deep arm drag from Big Country. There's a second one to follow up, and Big Country is on fire early on in this contest. Look for the big hip toss, but Thatcher counters a headbutt using his own head as a weapon. Runs into the ropes. Scoop and a slam from Jody Kristofferson. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Early pinfall attempt there. No, only gets the 2 count.
Smart move by Jody Kristofferson. You want to keep Thatcher out of sorts, on his feet and running around. He doesn't like quick matches. This guy likes it slow and methodical. This is what Jody's got to do. Beat the snot out of this guy. It's the only way you're going to win.
And he's doing he's doing a good job of that so far. Big right forearm, and now the big sidewalk slam. Hook the leg. 1, 2. Hooks the outside leg, but only gets a 2 count. Thatcher's back is in a little bit of pain, as you can see the anguish on his face there. Kristofferson in control of this match early on, and these fans strongly behind Big Country here. Look for that hip toss one more time. Instead, Thatcher counters with a double knee to the shoulder.
Game changer.
Game changers, right, folks? We have to take a commercial break. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having all pro wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Wrestling fans, we're back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. John Roberts alongside Killer J. Matthias. And during the commercial break, Timothy Thatcher continued to target that shoulder that, as you saw right when we went to commercial, he got with that double knee, that cross arm breaker. And
that's right. Up until the commercial break, they were playing Jody's game. He had him running all over the ring. He was really putting it to him, putting the world of hurt. And now we're in Thatcher's world. This is where he's picked apart of Jody's body, and he is just targeting it.
Well, there's a cover hook to the outside leg, only gets the 1 count. He's only wearing out the shoulder so far. Jody's still able to fight out and kick out of that one right away.
The thing about getting the arm hurt like Jody is getting his arm taken care of right now is, yeah, it hurts. Yeah, it's painful. You are in danger of getting forced to submit, but at least you can still move. He's got his legs under him. He may not be able to use a lot of the power moves he was using earlier in the match, but he's still got his legs. So that's important.
And, of course, you always got to be aware when Thatcher starts targeting your shoulder, you have to be ready. You have to know that he's coming soon with that version of the crossface. He does that Thatcher stretch. It's so important to keep your eyes out for that match. That's the move that won him the Internet title. And here's a cover. 1, 2, almost gets the 3, about 2.5 right there. That's the move that he held on to the Internet title for a whole year because of.
That's right. He's a submission specialist, a guy I admire in terms of his skill. But not maybe not his attitude here. But you're right. Jody is in danger with that Thatcher stretch, but that can be popped on at any time. That move is so painful, he could start the match with that move and still pull out a victory.
You're absolutely right. And Country using his head as a weapon now, just like Thatcher did earlier in the match, but now peppering away at the forehead with those right hands in the corner. Snapmares him over. And drops the axe handle, sits out across the forehead. Haven't seen Big Country do that yet here on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. Gets a 2 count. Some new offense from Big Country. I think he might have been a little wary that Thatcher might have had him scouted from the Super Summer Series last year. But Big Country pulling out a new maneuver here on APW Gym Wars.
That's right. He's got to be a smart brawler. He's got to pick his moments and really, wow, right back to the arm, Thatcher.
European uppercut on the shoulder. Usually you see a European uppercut maybe in the corner going after the chest region, after the chin. Instead, it's on the shoulder and just tearing away at that shoulder.
And when that guy throws it, it's a legit European uppercut.
Very astute comment there. Of course, Timothy Thatcher from London, England, as you see him pulling away at the arm. What does this do? It definitely puts more torque on the wrist and, of course, the shoulder. But what does this got to do else to the body?
Well, folks, when you look at that, what you notice is that he is targeting every joint in Jody's arm at the same time. He's putting pressure on every joint. There's no way for Jody to move and relieve any of that pressure.
Well, Jody Kristofferson in trouble here as Thatcher puts him underneath the rope and then drops the forearm across the chest right in front of the fans in the front of the war zone. Oh, and Jody's chest just slapped hard on the edge of the mat. And, folks, that part of the mat, there is just canvas and steel poles. There's no padding there.
For a 1 inch, and the APW ring is unique in that design, in that at the edges, there is about a 2-inch gap between the padding and the edge of the ring where there is nothing but metal. Trust me, I've been well acquainted with the corners of this ring.
And Timothy Thatcher putting all of his weight on the chest of Jody Kristofferson, taking a moment to pose for some pictures and to get under the skin of the folks here in the All Pro Wrestling Garage. Takes a bow towards the camera. But Jody Kristofferson looking for the spear. Instead, it looked like he just instead takes him down, peppering away at the forehead. A little bit of a top guard.
Those punches can't have been as powerful as they were at the beginning of the match. And here we go.
Oh,
look for the arm bar here.
Looking for that arm bar, trying to lock it in. Been taking Jody down on that shoulder all day, going after that shoulder. But to no avail, Jody's able to get his feet over to that bottom rope and break the hold.
Now, Thatcher got lucky. He was wasting his time playing with the crowd, and Jody got the spear in. And luckily, he had done so much damage to his arm already that the punches weren't as strong as they possibly could have been.
Well, that looks strong right there. Jody Kristofferson's hand driven hard into the mat. And, of course, again, more torque put on the shoulder as the arm went down. Right. And it looked like he might have hyperextended the shoulder with the angle of that.
Right, and Jody's got to figure out something. He's going to have to figure out a big boot maybe. It's going to be hard to grip Thatcher. It's going to be hard to throw him as long as he targets that arm like that.
Well, Thatcher possibly looking for a large vertical suplex, but Jody Kristofferson just too big. Puts him up in the torture rack. And I've seen Jody sit down from this. Oh, there it is. Nice move from Big Country, like dropping him across the fences in a corral. That has to hurt.
Well, what you call that is the Pyrrhic victory. Looks like that cost Jody just as much as it did Thatcher, because he brought him down right on that shoulder.
Well, Kristofferson slow to get to a cover. Could have wasted valuable time. Hooks the outside leg with that injured shoulder. Only gets two, folks. We'll be right back to APW Gym Wars. Welcome back, wrestling fans. Kristofferson with a big maneuver, big one-man flapjack from to Timothy Thatcher. Hooks the outside leg. 1, 2, only gets the 2. Killer J. This has been a great matchup so far.
It's good. You got to admire the heart of Jody Kristofferson. I mean, that shoulder, he's not going to be able to use it tomorrow or the next day. So he's got to find his way to make this count now. He's got to take Thatcher out quick, or he's going to keep on experiencing just things like that.
Well, Thatcher, nice counter there. A headbutt to the shoulder. Usually you see a headbutt to headbutt. Instead, it's to the shoulder. Thatcher, using his own body as a weapon and always with great effect.
This man is always thinking. He knows exactly what he's done. Every single maneuver to that arm has been deliberate.
Well, there's another European uppercut to that shoulder. Didn't get all the torque behind it. You see Kristofferson with another takedown. Right hands to the forehead with that top guard position, just going right away. Oh, and looks like Thatcher got the better of him from underneath with big forearms to the face of Jody Kristofferson. And now they're caught up in a clinch down on the mat. Kristofferson trying to gain the advantage here, but it looks like Thatcher's trying to maneuver around for some kind of submission. And Kristofferson brings it back up to a vertical base. Thatcher with a big European uppercut in the center of the ring. Jody with a big right forearm.
Here we go, Thatcher getting angry. He's playing Jody's game now. Jody wants this, and he's still got that big right hand that he can give him.
Comes flying off the ropes with another big right forearm as the European uppercuts aplenty. That one got him rocking quite a bit. And it looks like both these men just going at it. Here we go, right hands, back and forth, back and forth.
This, folks, is what they say in the business, is a slobber knocker.
And a big spear from Kristofferson out of nowhere. Could this be the matchup? That move has won so many matches for Kristofferson. He just needs to get to a cover. Can he do it here? Both men are down in the center of the ring.
Someone's got to get up. Jody's got to end this. He is in a world of hurt with that shoulder. He's got to get the pin quickly. And you got to wonder, can he grip the leg strong enough with his arm being hurt?
Well,
can he grip the leg and get the pin?
Look at Thatcher continuing to pivot around the ring, trying to get away from Kristofferson, buys himself time, and is able to kick out there. Oh, he's countered it. Right out of the pinfall, right out of the kick out into the Thatcher stretch. He's got Kristofferson where he wants him. Toby Reynolds in perfect position to see if Kristofferson wants to tap out. Kristofferson rolls over, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, gets the 3 count.
Amazing. Jody, any lesser man would have tapped out, but Jody Kristofferson able to fight out and get the pin.
And the winner by pinfall at 12 minutes and 53 seconds, Big Country, Jody Kristofferson.
This is amazing. We may have seen a tipping point in APW history here because Jody just showed a counter to the Thatcher stretch. I guarantee you the entire locker room was watching that, and you got to wonder, has Timothy Thatcher lost his edge over the rest of the locker room.
And even for the wrestlers that aren't in attendance today, that aren't on today's show, you know that somewhere they're going to be watching this, probably on youtube.com/allprowrestling. But now Kristofferson paying the price for beating Timothy Thatcher. I hate to put it that way, but he's doing so. Thatcher has just flipped his lid and has got him locked in. That Thatcher stretch in the center of the ring. The bell is ringing. The match is over. In comes security.
This is just pure frustration. I think Thatcher knows exactly what I just said. He just got his signature move countered. I mean, that's a game changer. Everyone's scouting tape now has a copy of this match. I'm telling you right now.
Thatcher is livid.
This match was his. He thought he had it. He thought he had it. The young buck, Jody Kristofferson, what a great counter. It was amazing. I mean, I thought it was over, John Roberts. I thought it was over.
Well, so did I, and it was over, but not the way that we thought.
Right.
Kristofferson with an excellent counter. Again, that we've been saying for the past couple of minutes is there's an ultimate sign of disrespect, wiping his feet right into the face of Kristofferson. And we're going to need some medical attention out here for Kristofferson. He was in that Thatcher stretch for quite a bit, especially since he was already in it earlier in the match.
Exactly. That's
look
gonna hurt.
at that smile. Did you see the laugh? Did you see the smile on the face of the British Messiah? It seemed like there was personal animosity and hate in those eyes.
There's nothing worse than a man who's got nothing to lose. And Thatcher has been backed on the rope. Everyone knows his finisher can be countered. I mean, he's going to have to pull something out of his bag of tricks, so we may see even nastier turn with Timothy Thatcher after this match.
Well, Big Country finally getting back to his feet here in the All-Pro Wrestling Garage in the APW ring, and these fans strongly behind Big Country. And he's going to walk out of here under his own power, gets his right arm raised, not the left arm.
Right. And he's one step closer to the APW Universal Heavyweight Championship.
You're absolutely right. This was a big statement in title hunt for Jody Kristofferson. Folks, don't go anywhere. Our main event still to come. The Universal title is on the line. We'll be right back to APW Gym Wars.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
Thank you very much, APW fans. I'm very flattered to accept this. I know his wife! Vote for Dylan Drake, obviously. Obviously, my money was on number 4.
You people listen to me, because I am the boss. And we all know this whole competition, this sexiest man contest, this was baloney, and you know it, John Drake. My name wasn't even on that ballot. And you know it. I'm pretty sure all the women in the crowd know it. Especially that one right there. They all know I dress better, my gear's better, and I am downright sexier than you could ever dream of, John Drake.
But in order to keep you from standing out here and crying all night about how you're the boss, and how sexy you think you are, and how sexy you know you are, I'm going to do everybody here a favor in order to get you just to shut up. I'm going to give you this trophy. Because you obviously need that on yourself more than I do.
Derek Sanders had all his bases covered. I had him in the beta breaker and he was ready to tap out, exactly like he should have. But instead, he decided to have Will Root jump up on the edge of the ring and interfere in my match. He had a friend of mine interfere in my match. And to me, that is the greatest insult. To me, I'm furious. I don't even know.
You people are nothing to me. Just as Dylan Drake, you're just plain nothing. Dylan, this rematch isn't happening, you see? We already proved something. I already proved something. That you are not on my level, but don't worry. I know you're geared up. You're ready to go out there, so I got a little replacement. Let me introduce you to my protege. This kid's gonna be under my wing and he's coming up. Maybe not quite to my level, but he'll be there someday. Let me introduce you to Will Root.
Dylan, I'm sorry.
and I'm headed just about up to here. All I can stand of you bossing my boy Will around. And I've had it with your disrespect of the wrestler that fought by my side when I debuted against the association. A man who's been a role model to me here at APW since day one. So what better way to piss you off than have Dylan Drake face you for that Universal Heavyweight title at next Gym Wars.
Welcome to San Diego, Ricky. Hey, guys. Glad I finally found you. I've been looking all over for you.
Hold on. Find us, Mac. For 1 second, can you answer a question for me? How'd you know where we was at this time, man?
You've been twittering where you've been.
So you're gonna come all the way to San Diego to find out what we've been up to? Well, pretty peasy, let me tell you what's going on. We have come to San Diego, California for one reason and one reason only, and that's to find the real worldwide internet champions next opponent.
And I'll tell you what, we're here in San Diego. Me and Marcus were overlooking the ocean. I thought it was a seal flipping in the water. It was the skinniest surfer I've ever seen in a wetsuit. You know what? We went up to him. We said, "Hey, kid, what's your name?" He told us Danny Torch. He said, Danny Torch. You want to make some money? He said, "Of course." We said, "What are your accolades, kid? Tell me something you've done." What did the kid say, Marcus? What's his biggest accolade?
The kid is the 2010 rock-skipping champion, so you would know he is a top contender.
That's contendership right there.
For Rik's real worldwide internet championship.
Danny Torch, we'll see you at All Pro Wrestling at the APW Garage.
Welcome to TV, kid. Let's get out of here, Ricky.
But I love to see you.
You get out of here.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. It's time for our main event. You saw the video package. There is a lot of animosity in this match. The Universal title is on the line as we see the challenger coming out. But folks, I'm being told that we've actually got a caller here, and it's from Aspen. Where's it, guys? Aspen, Colorado. Caller, go ahead.
Hello, John Roberts.
Is that Matthew Thiel?
Matthew Thiel, the greatest mind in professional wrestling, calling from my hospital bed in Aspen, Colorado. I figured Gym Wars need a little bit of my pizzazz.
Well, you know, we've got Killer Jay Mathias sitting in for you the past couple of weeks, and he's doing a pretty good job. Matthew, we look forward to seeing you, but I got to know, how are you feeling? How are you doing?
Well, I have 3 cracked ribs, a bruised esophagus, and whiplash. How do you think I'm doing?
Well, I'm really sorry that happened to you. The Carnival of Shadows laid a really big beat down on you.
Yes, they. I don't want to talk about this, John. I have nightmares to this day. Honestly, the people of APW, they've been sending me cards and flowers. Stop it, please. Stop it. Send money.
Send money? You're kind of greedy, Matthew.
I'm coming onto your show, a guest, and this is how you're treating me. Well, I called in to talk to you specifically, and this is how you're treating me.
Well, it's not any different from how you treat me every single week here on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
So basically, I called in to help boost your ratings, because a show without Matthew Thiel is no show at all. And this is what I get. You didn't even say I'm sorry over what happened to me a couple of weeks ago by the Carnival of Shadows.
Well, if you looked on youtube.com/allprowrestling this week, you saw I said, I look forward to seeing you in the broadcast booth again.
But that's not saying you're sorry.
I think it is.
You and I have many disagreements.
That's true, but one thing we don't disagree about is that this main event is going to be huge. There's a lot of animosity in this match, a lot of history, as Dylan Drake looks to retain the gold as the boss puts the Universal Heavyweight title on the line.
He doesn't look to retain the gold, he looks to regain the gold. You just don't have it without me sitting next to you, do you, John Roberts? But I'm going to give you my opinion on who's going to win this match, and that is going to be the boss, Derek Sander, who is going to retain the Universal Heavyweight Championship because he is the greatest wrestler in APW history.
Well, Matthew, thank you very much for calling us in. I think we got to cut you loose right now because it's time for the introductions. Matthew, we look forward to seeing you again soon.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. with a 30-minute time limit. And it's for the All-Pro Wrestling Universal Heavyweight Championship. The referee for this contest, Referee Toby. Introducing the challenger from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 223 pounds. He is the master of the Beta Breaker Sharpshooter and a former APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, Dylan Drake. And with his associate, Will Rude, from somewhere you cannot afford, weighing in at 224 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. He is an APW Triple Crown champion and the current reigning and defending APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, the Boss, Derek Cinder.
All right, wrestling fans, Killer J, I'm a little worried there. We just heard a dial tone from Matthew Thiel. There's no goodbye.
I'm sure, Big Bertha, the nurse, had to come in and give him a sponge bath. The next time you ignore me and just walk off and pick up the phone, I'm going to snap your neck, rip off your head, and then shove your head down what's left of your throat. Do you hear me? Don't you ever ignore me like that again.
Okay, I'm going to look the other direction right now. Go back to looking at my monitor.
It's going to happen. It's going down that way.
I'm just going to turn my back to you entirely here. I'm a little worried for my own safety.
I'm going to take you to East 14th and 98th and then do something nasty to you. Look, we got the Boss, Derek Sanders, versus Dylan Drake. And what you have is two wrestling prototypes. All right, these are two guys that I had a hand in training. I'm proud to say that for both of them. I may not like the attitude that the Boss has developed over the years as he's grown as a wrestler, but what you have is two prototypes. These guys don't have any glaring deficiencies, neither of them. That's why they're here wrestling for this belt. And now you've got a difference maker. That's why you're checking out Will Rude. Will Rude could be the difference in this match.
Well, it looks like referee Toby Reynolds found something.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. A chain in the boot, or excuse me, in the shoes of Will Rude, and the Boss is furious. And oh, it looks like that difference maker has been ejected from ringside.
That's what happens when you bring a weapon in the ring.
By orders of referee Toby, Will Rude has been banned from ringside.
Well, the Boss is beside himself right now as Will Rude has been ejected from ringside and will not play a factor in this matchup. It's going to be what the fans have been hoping for. It's going to be what Dylan Drake has been hoping for. It's going to be straight up one-on-one for the gold.
This is going to be a great match. These two, like I said, neither of them have glaring deficiencies. It's really strength versus strength. This should probably be a technical match and probably a high-flying match, too, because both of these men can leave their feet with ease. Dylan, known for that splash off the top rope. He can fly.
Well, there it is. There it is, folks. That's what it's all for. All the marbles on the line. The APW Universal Heavyweight Championship. This match is getting set to pop off. It is going to be one blockbuster main event.
I think so, young man. For once in your life, you're correct.
Well, there's the bell, and I'm correct again because the match is officially underway. The Universal title on the line. John Roberts alongside Killer J. Mathias here to call this action, and I'm looking forward to this match. A collar and elbow tie-up. Two bulls locking up in the center of the ring, and the Boss saying, I'm stronger than you, but he didn't really have an advantage coming out of that lockup.
Not really, but you can't underestimate. You want to underestimate him. You're like, hey, the Boss, he's got that attitude. I don't like him. But this kid, I've seen him from the jump, from the beginning. This is a guy who never got anything wrong. I watched him come up through the boot camp. You only need to show him something once. He's wrestled Dylan Drake a bunch of times. He may have him scouted. You got to wonder if he's got enough to retain. Dylan Drake's going to have to dig down deep and give the Boss Derek Sanders something he's never seen before in a match with him.
Well, speaking of things you've never seen before, that's not what the Boss is doing right now. Some of his usual shenanigans here, grabbing his own hair and telling the referee that Dylan Drake pulled his hair, and Dylan Drake's making him pay for lying to the crowd and lying to the referee, it would seem. I
Big
didn't
back
really
body
see
drop.
that. Big back body drop and the clothesline over the top rope. And the Boss, the champion, is sent reeling over the top rope to the outside. The Boss is in trouble in the early goings of this contest.
Dylan Drake establishing himself right off the bat as the aggressor in this matchup. He wants it. And the Boss, you got to wonder if he's gotten so used to having Will Rude around. Oh!
Well, the Boss has to look out there. Dylan Drake followed him all the way around. Big right hand. He's going to keep following him right in front of our cameras, right next to these great fans in the All Pro Wrestling Garage, the world-famous garage. And there goes the champ's head slapped off the mat. Dylan Drake, no nonsense here. He knows the gold's on the line. Looks to regain that title that he held for so long here in All Pro Wrestling. And he's finally getting his shot here against the Boss, Derek Sanders.
And John Roberts, I think we've already seen the difference that Will Rude makes for the Boss, Derek Sanders. Normally, Derek wouldn't have been able to get snuck up on like that. Will Rude would have stopped Dylan from coming to get him. So now the Boss has to have eyes in the back of his head.
Well, it looked like Dylan was going to try to end the match, but the Boss had it scouted as he rolls out of the ring, knowing that flying crossbody was coming. He's going to go out the ring and regain his composure. We'll take a break. We will be right back.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. Dylan Drake showing a little aggression, going after the Boss, who hid outside the ring during the entire commercial break, but he's paying the price here, caught by the champ, the Boss, Derek Sanders.
Right, what we saw was a little psychological warfare by the Boss. Gotta admit, I'm pretty impressed. He taunted Dylan until he came out and tried to get him, and now he's trying to take over. And no!
Look for that big scoop and a slam countered by Dylan Drake, and he does it himself to the Boss, Derek Sanders. And you see the Gym Wars crowd parting like the Red Seas, grabbing all their seats out of the war zone and moving out of the way.
Let me point out one thing to the folks at home. This ain't your mom's wrestling show, okay? What you see him getting slammed on is hard concrete. We don't have pads like those other shows.
And we don't have guardrails separating the fans from the wrestlers. You are right up front center with this action. There is no place like the world-famous garage to see a wrestling show, especially when it comes to top-notch wrestling like you see here every week on APW Gym Wars.
That's right. They call that the war zone for a reason. You got some movies in 3D. Well, when you come to the war zone, it's in 4D. You feel it, hear it, smell it, and have the sweat flying on you.
And there's Dylan Drake, some expertise there. Grabs one leg, scoops the other one out with his foot, and now targeting that left knee, that left leg, setting him up for that beta breaker sharpshooter, trying to take down the Boss one leg at a time.
That's right. He's trying to, it's a twofold attack here. You're taking away his mobility, you're taking it away, and now you're setting him up for your special maneuver. And Dylan is really being a technician here. Amazing attack by Dylan Drake. Good sequence of movements to attack his opponent.
Well, both these men, masters of submission. There's a shoulder to the gut by Dylan Drake. Going right after that left leg again, taking down the Boss. And he sent him for that beta breaker. Here we go, trying to lock it in. Can he get it? Trying to put those 2 feet together and then roll him over. But the Boss able to crawl to that bottom rope, and the champ is able to break the hold.
You got to keep him in the center of the ring now. He's done step one, and that's limiting the mobility of the Boss. Step two is to keep him away from those ropes so he can't break it. And step three is to lock in your maneuver and try to finish this match.
Well, Dylan Drake leapfrog there, tries to take down the Boss's legs. Oh, and there's a cross body in the center of the ring. 1, 2, only gets 2. A standing cross body from Dylan Drake. Normally you see him coming off the top rope, but there it is, that signature move of Dylan Drake. Takes down the Boss, and now he's going to go up to that second rope as we've reached the 5-minute mark in this contest.
Smart move there, making him run across the ring and put some real damage on that leg. And Dylan trying to jump him. Wow.
It looked like he was going to go for that cross body off the second rope. Instead, the Boss grabbing referee Toby Reynolds and putting him right in front of him like a shield. Dylan couldn't do it. Now the Boss in control. DDT just plants him off that second turnbuckle.
And that evens the score. Look at the Boss still can't move, still having trouble putting weight on that left leg. But wow, Dylan's got to be on Dream Street right now.
Well, hooks that outside leg and tries to go for the 3, but that right leg falls across the bottom rope, which means that Dylan Drake is going to see a little more life in this contest.
Yeah, I think that foot just happened to fall there. Dylan is on Dream Street right about now.
That DDT rocked his world. Nice plant DDT from the Boss. And now with a cravat in the center of the ring, and he's also got a little bit of a wrist hold on there, or some kind of an arm bar.
Well, he's got a little reverse arm bar there, and he's grabbing the thumb, but Dylan's able to counter. Now it's just a reverse cravat there.
Some expertise on display by the Boss. 2 APW boot camp graduates here in this contest, and I tell you what, folks, they are showing you everything they got. Of course, they're going to put everything on the line. This match is for the most coveted prize in APW, the Universal Heavyweight Championship. Last week, we saw the Internet title on the line, and this week, we're seeing the Universal title on the line. There's a cover. 1, 2. Nice roll-up by Dylan Drake. The challenger on fire despite being on Dream Street, and I think he's back on Dream Street after that clothesline.
Yeah, he's got a permanent residence on there.
Cover 1. Gets 2, you were saying.
Well, both of these guys have got some serious damage going on. Dylan's got to get his wits about him. Derek can barely move. It's whoever's going to be able to take advantage of the weakness of the other first is going to take this match home. And Derek right now, he's got to turn the tables. I mean, without the maneuverability, a lot of his repertoire is gone.
Oh, nice standing drop kick on the button. Despite being on a bad leg, the Boss able to pull off that beautiful drop kick on the nose of Dylan Drake. Hooks the outside leg. 1, 2. Only gets 2.5.
That's right. Most people don't know, but when you pin someone, you can use your legs just as much as you use your arms. So, yeah, you've got to hook the leg, but you've also got to use your thighs to kind of hold the guy down. So, Dylan's pin power, as it were, is not going to see. You see him using the ropes here. He's got to in order to put any pressure on Dylan Drake. Well, not that I condone cheating, of course.
I was about to say that it looked like the Boss, normally when he had that pinning predicament, would normally put his feet on the ropes. Maybe he thought a little bit better of it. Maybe his ankle was bothering him still, but now it doesn't seem like it is. He puts those feet up on the rope again, but he gets caught this 3rd time. Went to the well one too many times, and referee Toby Reynolds saw it. And the Boss got caught cheating.
He's starting to get some maneuverability back in that leg, maybe getting the blood flowing. So Dylan could be in some trouble here. He's got to turn the tables and get back on that leg of the Boss Derek Sanders if he wants to win this match.
Willie whips Dylan all the way across the ring, but did you see him hold on to him and let Dylan's momentum bring him across? He couldn't do it under his own power with that hurt leg.
Right, he does not want to walk around. He wants to end this match. The Boss he's letting his anger get ahead of him here because he wants to hurt Dylan Drake, but really he should probably end this match and escape with the belt.
Well, sets him for the ride again, and a big back elbow from the Boss. Now going to go for the cover, hooks the outside leg. 1, 2, only gets the 2 count. About 2 3/4 there, so close to retaining the title.
Derek Sanders is playing his game right now. He's always been this big. He came into APW with the physique. He is used to overpowering his opponents, and you see, look at these gripping, holding, clawing moves that put pressure on the neck and joints of Dylan Drake.
Well, he's got to be careful he doesn't get called for a choke there. That arm looks dangerously close to that throat area, and there's a nice grab of the hair. Well, not nice, it's illegal, but a good smart maneuver from the Boss.
It was nice from a technical standpoint, not nice. You wouldn't want to shake his hand after that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and now again, you wouldn't want to shake his hand after that, putting all his pressure on the back of the head. Already going after the head after damaging him, putting him on Dream Street with that plant DDT off the 2nd rope and with that huge clothesline.
Yeah, Dylan's probably having some trouble now. You got to wonder if he's got double vision. You got to wonder if he knows where he's at in the ring, his ring awareness. That's a biggie. If you don't know where you're at in the ring, you can't use rope breaks.
Well, tries to whip Dylan across the ring. Instead, he gets himself sent into that turnbuckle. Big flying splash in the corner. Brings him down, hooks the outside leg and the inside leg. Only gets 2. Dylan Drake making a great campaign for himself to regain the gold. Back and forth. Folks, we got to go to commercial break. Big vertical suplex.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
Welcome back, wrestling fans, to Saturday morning's most action-packed hour of television. And there goes Dylan Drake into the corner, the boss, the champ, trying to retain the gold here in our main event. Sets him up, and Dylan Drake counters there. Plants him across the knee. Nice backbreaker. Killer J, this has been one heck of a title match.
That's right. It's going back and forth, and these guys are just hurting each other. Dylan working up the body. He has been all over the left knee of Derek Sanders, and now he just did a big attack, a spine buster there to the, backbreaker to the lower back of Derek Sanders, and now Dylan is feeling it. He is feeling himself like Mac Dre, and big drop kick.
Nice drop kick on the button, just like the one that the boss threw earlier. Sets him up for the spine buster and connects, and now he's going to hold on and get top mount position, going after the face, trying to
those forearms.
Nice forearms from Dylan Drake. Puts him all the way into the ropes, now sends him across the ring, setting him up. Big belly-to-belly suplex, and Dylan Drake is a house of fire right now. Rolls over to the cover, hooks the outside leg, 1, 2, only gets 2, maybe 2 7/8. This match was that close to being over.
Dylan Drake is knowing he's got it in his eyes on the prize. He can win the belt right now.
He could be a 2-time Universal Heavyweight Champion. That's right here. Right. Going to the top rope. Look for that big splash he was looking for earlier in this contest. Look for that big cross body. Here we go. Set him up for it. And it connects. Hooks the legs. 1, 2. New champ. Oh, so close.
So close. This could have been it. That could have been it. But Derek Sanders knows that he's on his, he knows his back's against the wall. And, there's nothing worse than a cornered, wounded animal. And that's exactly what the boss is right now.
Well, the boss showing some intestinal fortitude there, kicking out after that high cross body, the move that helped Dylan Drake win the title his first time around. And nice
little dragon wizard there.
Nice maneuver from Dylan Drake, looking to set him up for that submission. Here it goes. He's trying to roll him over. Can he do it, folks?
You gotta wonder about ring position here.
There it is, the Beta Breaker sharpshooter. He's got him where he wants him, maybe a little bit too close to the ropes, but the boss is in a position to tap out. Oh, and he grabs that bottom rope. Dylan's gonna have to break the hold, and does so.
Dylan has to keep ring awareness, but the Beta Breakers has already done its damage.
Look at that big splash again in the corner. Oh, and the boss saw it coming. Gets his feet up on that top rope as he got the pinfall attempt, but only gets 2. And I think the referee saw the feet anyway, and he's letting him know right now, I saw the feet and it was only 2.
That's really smart. Derek Sanders knows he's got to end this real quick. He is feeling it in that knee. You see, he cannot bear any.
Well, right hand there puts him down. Now look at that Los Gatos leg lock. And the boss, in control of Dylan Drake, pulls him back to the center of the ring, trying to roll him over. Can he do it? If he does, you got to think this match might be over. But Dylan Drake fighting out. Oh, he's got him cradle. 1, 2. Inside cradle only gets the 2 count. The boss quick back to his feet. Dylan Drake slow to get up. Oh, could he be thinking Alabama Slam here? Spins him around. Boom! There it is. Alabama Slam, that version of the spine buster.
Setting him up. He's right in the center of the ring.
Right in the center of the ring. Rolls him over and sits down. He's got it locked into the center of the ring. The boss is in trouble. He's got to get to the bottom rope and break this hold. The Beta Breaker is locked in.
No man's land. He is in the middle of no man's land. The boss has got to find his way to a rope.
And the boss is saying he gives up.
Did he just give up?
He just gave up. The boss just gave up.
And the winner at 14 minutes and 59 seconds by verbal submission by Derek Sanders, and the winner and the new All Pro Wrestling Universal Heavyweight Champion, Dylan Drake.
And he did it, folks. Dylan Drake is officially a 2-time Universal Heavyweight Champion.
That's right, he did it. A verbal submission from the former champion. I mean, he didn't tap. You don't have to see the hand move. He verbally gave up his belt. I mean, I'm astounded that you could give up your belt verbally.
It's insane. And he's having words with APW official Toby Reynolds, and he's telling him, no, you verbally submitted and shook your head. Yes, I give up. But the boss is adamant. He's saying, I did not tap. But, He verbally gave up his
belt. He verbally
belt.
said it. I mean, it's a shocker. It's a shocker. Usually you see someone tap and they make that willing submission, but it's unique to see a guy verbally submit. I mean, he basically just said, you can have the belt. I don't understand what Derek's angry at right now.
Well, I don't know if you folks at home caught that, but I can read lips a little bit, and I saw John LaRocca telling the boss, you verbally gave up. We'll talk in my office, but you gave it up. The APW Championship Committee member John LaRocca at ringside. Folks, we have to go to commercial break. We'll be right back. All right, wrestling fans, next week on All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars, have we got a great show for you. Our opening contest is going to be the Russian Wolf Alexis Repko taking on Sheik Kanabati.
That's right. These two had a really unpleasant breakup, and now they're going to get their hands on each other in the squared circle. Let's see how that one goes now.
That's right. America's Most Hated goes at it next week. Folks, in our main event, the Carnival of Shadows takes on Team APW, which is going to feature the Mexican Werewolf El Chupacabra, Venice DeMarco, Mr. Wrestling #4, and Chicano Flame.
That's right. You've got people invading APW. They've got to stand up and stop the invasion.
And there it is, folks, a replay of the move that did it right there. Not without controversy. There is a verbal submission, a verbal give-up of the Universal title by the boss, Derek Sanders. But he begs to differ. Folks, our own Jason Anderson is in the ring with the new champ. Let's go down to ringside right now.
Dylan, I gotta ask you, it seems like you love the holiday season around here at APW. How's it feel to be a two-time APW Universal Heavyweight Champion?
Looks like Christmas came a little early this year, huh? And I know that even though I now hold the record for the longest reigning APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, this title reign I have right here that started right now, right here in front of all of you in Hayward, California, it's going to make the other one look like nothing in comparison.
All right, Dylan, I gotta ask, now that you've won that APW Universal Heavyweight title, what is next?
Give it to the world! There's only one thing that I could possibly think of doing next. I owe this opportunity I got tonight, not to Santa Claus, but to one big country Jody Kristofferson. Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about. One of the most selfless men I've ever met. A man with quite possibly the biggest heart I have ever seen, and the biggest heart I can ever possibly hope to be a part of. And I may say this now to you, Jody Kristofferson. You can be the first, the second, the third, or the last, or any option you choose. But this title shot is yours whenever you want it.
Big country. What do you have to say to that?
Right now. Right now.
Go ahead.
Dylan,
Money in the bank.
seriously, you don't know how much that means to hear you say that.
Because of you, Jody.
You've been like a role model to me. You've been like a brother to me. You've been nothing but a positive influence on me. And I do intend on facing you someday for that title.
Good.
But right now, there's only one thing I can think of. And that's beating the tar out of Timothy Thatcher for messing my arm up tonight. So, unfortunately, I won't be facing you at the next Gym Wars for that title. But rest assured, Dylan, I will be facing you for that Universal Heavyweight title in the future.
There you go, APW. Dylan Drake, your new All Pro Wrestling Universal Heavyweight Champion.
There he is, the champ, holding the belt aloft here in the garage. The garage is action-packed, and he's folks are excited to see the second reign ushered in of Dylan Drake as the Universal Heavyweight Champ.
The goal that everyone wants. The goal that everyone works so for. From the people standing in the room, the kids, the side waiters, making sure it's everyone's dream of holding that belt. Everyone comes there for the promise of holding that belt high. Dylan Drake, for a second time, living the dream.
All right, wrestling fans, that's all the time for this week. But make sure to check us out again next week, Saturday morning at 11 a.m. For everyone here at APW, I'm John Rock. We'll see you then.
Let's give it up one more time for the new APW Universal Heavyweight Champion, Dylan